My man Jang Himchan is your typical mid-man that failed to escape the Matrix. Jang went to university just like any person, but realized later on that he actually wasted his time to become a civil servant. With the fresh graduate starter pack, Jang was unable to land a job as a civil servant, so he chooses to become a home teacher instead, hoping to escape the Matrix. But things didn't turn out well like he thought. Being a teacher was tough, and Jang always gets scolded by his boss because his job performance is below average. At this rate, we can see that my dude Jang is a big-time failure. Anyhow, right now Jang needs to focus on getting more clients, and if he fails, his boss would not be happy. As Jang is walking, he felt thirsty and enters into one of the cafes under a luxury apartment that he passed. He walked in and orders an iced Americano. The cashier then asked Jang if he is a resident in this luxury apartment. Jang had no idea what the cashier is saying because bro is actually broke. Cashier then explained that the cafe is only for residents in this luxury apartment and they were not supposed to sell to outsiders. But apparently my dude still tries to get the drink like this would be the only store he would buy from and pulls out his credit card. The cashier still refused, said sorry, and told him that he can go to the store next door instead. At this point, my dude is about to cry. He can't even get an ice Americano. Then suddenly, a woman approached him from the back and asks if his name is Jang. We then get to know that this girl's name is Room and was Jang's classmate back in high school. She was really happy to see Jang and quickly hugs him. Even Jang is shocked with what he is experiencing. The facial expression that Jang has is like this is the second time that he has been hugged in his life, the first one being his mom's hug or something. After hugging, Jang became top G for split second and took a quick look at some watermelons before continuing the conversation with Room. Room asks Jang how is he doing and if he lives in this neighborhood. Jang said he does not live here but the one next to it. Room starts spitting some expensive apartment name that Jang has no idea of because he is a broke boy, so he quickly denies. At this point, Room knows what's going on, so said it doesn't matter, and that she is happy to see Yang. Room then realizes that Yang is a home teacher after seeing his bag full of papers, and because she is meeting with some parents at this cafe, she could help introduce Jang to some parents at this apartment. She then grabs Jang's hand and drags him to a table full of moms. This is where things gets interesting. Once Jang got to the table, Jang greeted, but the moms looked at Jang like something interesting is going to happen to our boy soon. One of the moms even said Jang was really handsome, no cap. Room then starts introducing Jang to the moms, and we get to know that the moms are Jumi and Mihi. Jang then turns on his top G mode and starts explaining what he teaches. After the pitch, both the moms were interested and wants Jang to teach their kids ASAP. Not sure if it's the kids or the moms who wants to study with Jang. Anyway, Jang finally got some new clients. While he was walking out with Room, they talked for a while and Jang later realized that Room was already married. So Room asks if Jang is also married. And being a mid-man, of course he isn't. Suddenly Room starts to look sus and said that he must be popular and laughs. Room then said that she will let Jang be on his way and told Jang that they should meet later sometime. Jang agrees while looking at Room shaking her peaches as she walks away. Fast forward, we are now at Jumi's house. Jumi had an appointment with Jang today. Suddenly, for no reason, her son approaches her from behind and turned into Xiao Dre from Karate Kid and kicked her in the legs. Jackie Chan must be proud. Jumi then scolded her 4 out of 10 son and told him to go to his room. But because she was loud, her baby starts crying. Now we know that Jumi got 2 kids. But aside from 2 kids, Jumi also got some huge melons and peaches. But to be fair, Jumi's life isn't as nice as her proportions. We learned that Jumi is actually left to raise 2 kids alone because her husband needs to work somewhere far from home for more income. Jumi was lonely. Suddenly, the doorbell rings. Jang is finally here. Jumi greeted him and introduced him to her son, Seo Woo. But because her son is still a bronze in Valorant, he only wants to go back to grind his rank, so Jumi had to scold at her son. Suddenly, Jang went on Chad mode and told Jumi to chill, and he got this. Jumi understood and walked away. As she was walking, Jang looked at Jumi and experienced 2 giant globes crashing into each other as she walks. At this rate, Jang is very passionate about coming to teach SEO Woo. I would be too. After going away for a while, Jumi actually went to prepare fruits for Jang. She comes out and saw Jang doing very well. Jumi then approaches Jang and tell him to eat the fruits as he works. To be fair, I'm not really sure which fruit she means, and my man Jang probably didn't even look at the fruits that she prepared, but probably the other fruit. Jumi then walks away and goes to her baby. But then the baby starts crying, so Jumi knows it's feeding time. She went ahead and pulled out one of her calcium cannons to feed her baby, but suddenly she felt her other cannon being stuffy ready to shoot, so she also had to take the other one out. Now both of Jumi's fun bags are left out wild and free in the living room. Apparently, she got too comfortable and fell asleep while feeding her baby. And just right when she fell asleep, Jang suddenly told So Woo that he needs to use the bathroom. I'm telling you, this man's timing is crazy. Jang opens the door and was shocked with what he is seeing. Jang saw Jumi sleeping with her cannons on the front gate, but as a man of culture, instead of quickly closing the door, my man took some time to appreciate the details of those calcium cannons before closing the door. Jang finally closes the door and is starting to rethink his decisions. But suddenly, while bro was still in shock, things gets even worse. My dude's personal clock went from 6 to 12 real fast. A while later, Jumi finally wakes up from her power nap and thought she must have gone mad for taking a nap while leaving her bazookas out in the living room like this, and was also worried if Jang had seen her. Not long after, Jang came out of the room and said Suwoo did great. It was the end of the teaching session. They both thanked each other, and Jumi said because of Jang she was able to get some rest. So our boy Jang said not to worry, and he will continue to work hard, and left. After he left, thought he was lucky that Jumi didn't know what he saw. Bro's inner demon took over, and Jang got jealous of Jumi's husband and wished he was the one drinking those calciums. This man crazy for real. After a few minutes, he finally made it to his other client, and it was Mihi. Mihi opens the door and greets Jang in her workout outfit with some milk jugs. Jang thought to himself, why would Mihi wear revealing clothes like this? Mihi then told Jang to wait in the living room since her son will be out in a few minutes. Since she was filming a few minutes ago, she proceeds to continue her workout in front of Jang. My dude's eye froze and thought that he have seen her somewhere before, probably in his dreams. Anyway, after a few seconds, Jang realizes that she is Jim Mom. So Mihi is actually an influencer with some huge mommy milkers and planets named Jim Mom, with 1.2 million followers that got famous for her slim, healthy body, and was married to a football star named Yu Kang-ho. Then suddenly, Mihi approaches Jang with her son. He greets Jang, and Jang said, let's take of each other in the future. I don't know what kind of future he talking about, but sure. Mihi then shows our boy her twin planets and told Jang that she will go and continue her workout session. Jang continues to teach this purple hair boy. A few minutes later, Mihi comes into the room and asks if she can sit with Jang and her son. Of course, Jang said yes, since my man seems like he was ready to slide into her DMS anyway. Mihi sits and suddenly puts her gigantic cannons on the table. At this point, my man Jang was having a difficult time to focus on teaching and to prevent his pork sword from sticking up high. But to maintain his performance, he must focus on teaching only. I can't imagine the pain that this guy is going through. After some time of keeping his inner demon from coming out, the lesson finally ends. Mihi then compliments Jang and said he was really good at teaching. To be fair, she is acting a little Suze since she was low-key pushing her fun bags. After the son left, Jang said that her son is very smart. However, Mihi was quiet and does not leave the room. Now they are left together in private. After a moment of dead air, Jang loses his focus and looks straight into her calcium cannons and took some time to appreciate it, but soon he snaps back and says that he have seen her before, and he even follows her. So he said it was an honor to be able to meet her in person. Suddenly, Mihi acts real flirty and bends forward to our boy Jang. At this point, she still haven't said anything to Jang. Jang was nervous, so he said he is also a fan of her husband. My man is acting like a clown right now. Suddenly, Mihi said that she likes him. Bro stunned and thought that he managed to successfully cop a popular model. But Jang had to come back to reality since Mihi said that she likes him for his personalities. Classic. Jang awkwardly said of course, and he is looking forward to working with her. Mihi suddenly felt some weird energy after meeting Jang, so she texts her husband. But actually, Mihi was actually craving for energy of a young man. And as we all know, there is only one young man right now. It's our boy Jang. After Mihi sends the message to Kang-ho, we are now with the Chad himself. While he was standing on the football field, he was suddenly approached by a young 20-years-old girl asking for his signature. Seeing this guy's face, we know things are about to go sideways real fast. My dude signs the paper and told her that she is pretty. After signing his signature, bro suddenly wants to do some cardio, and you probably guessed it. At this point, we now know that Mihi is being cheated on by her footballer husband. And some things are definitely about to go down with our boy Jang pretty soon. After teaching Mihi's son, Jang comes to a playground to relax after a long day. While my dude was chillin', he realized that there are students near him smoking. Maybe because he only stays around 10 years old, he was shocked to see students smoking. Jang then did an NPC stare at those students. My man Jang probably looked creepy as hell. Anyways, one of the student notices Jang and their eyes met. She looks mad and was about to approach our boy. She eventually starts approaching Jang. My man Jang here turned from alpha to beta real quick and tries to look away in the other direction thinking she wouldn't notice. Bro was having PTSD from a girl approaching. This man is down bad. Finally, the girl with real huge Liberty Bells arrives in front of Jang and asked him what's the matter. At this rate, my boy Jang didn't even had time to check for the details of those bells. He was sweating and now an official bottom G. So Jang said that it was nothing. He was just trying to chill here. But apparently, he is the only one chilling. No one else is. Girl then said that Jang looked like a typical baby boomer that wants to scold her for smoking, and the staring that Jang did was a harassment. Jang eventually combined all the power in him and said sorry. The girl looked down upon our boy and called him a wimp as she walks away. The friend of the girl then told her that she didn't have to bully our boy like that, but it seems like to her ma boy deserved what she did and it was fun for her. This girl ain't playing no games. Anyways, although Jang got trash talk on, he still think he worked hard, and it was a productive day for him. The next day, Jumi is just chilling at home watching some interesting films with her baby, while Jang teaches her son. After the session, as Jang was leaving, he notices that one of the light bulbs in Jumi's room was blinking, so he offered to help fix that. Bro think he Bob the Builder. Jumi said that he does not have to, but today he thinks he's Bob the Builder, so he continues to fix it anyway. As he was fixing, Jumi kept tells him to be careful, so he looked at her and was encountered with Jumi looking up with 2 milk jugs. And since Jang is a man of culture, he lost his focus and started thinking about dirty stuffs looking at Jumi. Typical mid-man behavior. Suddenly, Bro's pork sword was summoned, in front of Jumi. My man panicked and he falls off the ladder right at Jumi. But luckily he manages to do a superhero landing and catches Jumi right on time. Due to awkwardness, Jumi quickly ran the other way, so Jang stands there like an NPC and says that he will be leaving now. Just when Jang was about to leave, Jumi comes back and told him that she wants to increase the number of her son's class. After that day, Jang visits Jumi's house 3 times a week. After Jumi's son's lesson, Jang continues to Mihi's house for another lesson. While Jang was teaching Mihi's son, Mihi shows up to him in an interesting outfit with some fruits for him to eat as he teaches. Jang didn't even care about the fruit. My man was shocked with what Mihi was wearing. She then said that it's for workout. She cappin'. After the session ends, Mihi asks if Jang had a minute. Mihi wanted Jang to help her stretch. I wish I was the one helping instead, but it's cool. The stretching finally ends, and Mihi sends Jang home. Back in Mihi's house, she is still trying to text her husband, but he is not answering, because he was busy sieging the Wall of China, but Mihi doesn't know that yet. She was getting curious with what is happening to her husband. The next day, the teaching went on like normal at Jumi's house. That night, Jang thought that something is weird since he feels like he is becoming his client's husband. But he snaps back and just think of it as work. Suddenly, Jumi calls him in the middle of the night. He was confused why she was calling so late, so he answers and asks what wrong. As it turns out, Jumi's son was in hospital because of a fever. This kid be overreacting. Anyhow, Jang helped Jumi bring the boys home and help put her son to bed. Once his job was done, he told Jumi that he will be leaving now. But he was stopped by Jumi and was invited to have a drink before he leaves. Of course our boy stayed, who wouldn't? They both sat down and talked, but suddenly Jumi started crying. My man Jang went into panic mode. This guy mid for real. He didn't know what to do, so he just grabbed her and told her that everything is going to be fine. However, she was still shaking. At this rate, our boy knows that this is not going good for him since he is losing focus and is starting to focus more on her bazookas instead of her feelings. My man needs to back off right now, but this time wasn't like the other time. Our boy fails. He couldn't resist it and starts approaching Jumi. Now things gets interesting. Instead of backing off, Jumi goes with the flow. My man Jang Himchan went full beast mode and starts attacking like there's no tomorrow. Mama Cow is being clapped hard. After the war, Jumi fell asleep. Jang carries Jumi to her bed, told her goodnight, and then left. The next morning, Jang was still happy with the war last night. My man beat the calcium cannons up real hard, but suddenly he receives a message from Jumi saying that she is canceling all of the classes. Jang was shocked that he dropped to the floor real fast.